Alright. I think I finally got Mix It Up working in a way that I kind of like. Did I read any manuals for it? No. Should I have? Probably. But it's fine. It only took like a week's worth of streams. But I finally figured out that there's an option to pin the chat window. And I can have multiple things in that window in addition to the chat. And it's great. It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't even know that that was a thing that this app did, but it does, and I'm very happy. Also, I just, like, chugged a Coke, so I think I have a little bit of a sugar high. I'm sorry. But how are we doing? I hope we're good. I hope we're good. I hope you know I'm not listening to you. I'm questing. Okay, cool beans. Thank you, as always, for your unwavering support. Hold on. Can I put... No, I can't put uniques in there. It literally says non-unique armor. Oh, I need to learn how to read. I need to learn how to read. What was I doing? I don't remember where I left off yesterday. I think I was about to go to the elephant graveyard. I think. Maybe? Yes I was. Yes, I was. Apparently there's still something over here that I didn't grab? I'm not sure what the dealio with that is. I'll be going back to that map anyway after I get the second, medallion. So, that's fine. We'll go back later. This is where we need to be right now. We want to, at the very least, finish Act 2 today. Ideally, I get farther than that, but I do need to just, like, bite the bullet, I think, and look up a build guide. If I want to move any faster. There we go. Oh yeah, hold on. I do have Perfect Strike that I grabbed last time. But I never got to use. Which doesn't work if I get staggered out of it. God, that takes so long. The wind-up is insane. I don't know what that sound is. It sounded like a good sound. Nothing happened, though. See, this is a little bit of like a new and wonderful experience for me, because I don't usually play with the sound on. That's not true. I usually have like the sound on, it's just really quiet. Like, typically when I'm playing an ARPG, it's like second monitor content, you know what I mean? Now I get to listen to all the spooky sound effects, and I get to panic trying to figure out what is actually going on my screen. It's great. Highly recommend. Being good at The Witcher is fun because you're running around doing quests and you're like 10 levels below with monsters that can kill you in like 2 hits and you haven't even gone below half health or struggled. Yeah. See, playing The Witcher 3 specifically on the hardest difficulty setting was really fun for me. Not even because it was like that challenging. Actually, that's also not true. I didn't do the hardest. I didn't do Death March. I did the one below that. I didn't do a Death March run, but I did the option below that, and it was really cool because it actually incentivized me enough to go and like make the potions and the different oils for the sword and stuff. It was really fun. I did like that. I did. And... oh, there we go. Never mind, that was a good chest. I was expecting to get nothing useful at all. Ooh. Ooh, we can get an armor plate belt. I think I'll do that. I think I will. Because increased life from flask is cool. But armor... it's going to need a little bit of work, but we'll mess around with that when we get back to town. Let's see. So far, I am noticing that the new shield is actually doing a lot of work. I forgot that the shield bash is tied to your armor rating on the shield. I am also looking forward to getting rid of the unique boots. Because I think it's a bug. I don't think it's intentional, but like sometimes when it's trying to proc the like cloud goo, it puts me into like the walking animation, like the slow move speed that you usually get when you cast. And that's kind of annoying. I can like get around it by just like quickly putting up my shield and then it like resets, but it's still kind of annoying. You just did the red miasmal in Velen with level 4 and a broken sword. God damn. Okay. Wonder if people do like actual challenge runs in The Witcher 3. You know, where you just like go through the whole game with the, like the starting equipment. I wonder if it's possible in that one. It's like it's not quite the same as like a Souls-like game. Like I feel like the RPG elements in The Witcher is definitely weighted a little bit more heavily in the direction of like the numbers game, as opposed to like pure skill expression. But if you could, that might be really fun to watch. Because the Witcher combat's pretty good. It's possible, man, the things you've done just running around without paying attention. Man, like, Witcher 3 was just like a good-ass game. Like, it was just fun to just get lost in for a while. I'm really glad that when I did play it, I played my friend's copy who had both the DLCs. And man, the DLCs are really good. Really, really good. Like, the base game was nice. The, like, last, like, 10-20% of the main campaign, not the greatest. But, like, the very end was good. And everything before that was fantastic. There we go. Yeah, we really are just turning into a rolling slam machine. That and our basic attack are just kind of doing most of the work for us. And then, like, Bone Shatter for the execute. I wonder... Next time I get a bunch of support gems, I'll have to look in to see if there's a way to get inherent fire on Rolling Slam. Not that it's gonna matter for much longer, but like having the option would be cool. I am getting to the point where I think I'm getting tired of the unique boots. I just need to find some like regular boots that have no speed on them. Because even with 10%, I don't think I could go back. Lightless Passage. Ooh, this is for Abyss. This is the Abyss room. In your first playthrough, don't even remember when, you walked around the forest and came across some fuck knows what that only had question mark as a level. I think I did that too, with the Leshen. After you get out of like the tutorial land. I'm pretty sure I just kind of like wandered off for a while, like collecting things. I was just picking stuff up off the ground. And I just like accidentally walked into a horror game. It was great. Loved that. That's like one of the core memories from when I was playing The Witcher. I did die. Lest you wonder. I put up a good fight. I think I took like 3 hits. And then I died. But it was very cool. What level is this area? Only 22. Okay. I feel like they wanted us to like go to this map earlier in the sequence. Because this, I think, used to be the second highest level map out of the 3 options when it kind of opens up a little bit here. But I'm already level 28, so I'm not getting very much experience from this. I'm getting a little bit. But the XP is a little less important at this particular moment. I'm more so looking for gear. But for that, I do still want to be up in a higher level. I want higher base levels, or item levels. The higher base level, I don't think it's going to matter until 40? Is when we get the next base type, somewhere around there? I forget exactly. It might be act based in this one, I'm not sure. I know it was level based in the first game. There's a rare. Ooh, gloves. I do need better gloves. I don't think I've replaced them for a while. Those are energy shield gloves. Never mind. Scratch that. Forget I said anything. Go. Nope. There we go. We actually have to hit those. The attack doesn't do anything if you miss. Who'da thunk it? And I'm really excited to get into maps once we start getting some like really good loot. I kind of want to see if there's a way for me to like speed through the campaign a little bit faster. As soon as I do that, and as soon as I get some like decent leveling uniques, I do maybe want to roll a mage. That could be fun. I also want to look into the monk or the martial artist, whatever they are. Because having like a dex-based character might be fun. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I want to try out. Ooh, that blows up. Ooh, ouchie. Okay, I could do without these floating balls of fuck you. They just keep coming. Would you chill out, my dude? You're an octopus. Why are you throwing lava balls at me? That ain't right. That's not what you're supposed to do. Ow. See, it would be one thing if these only fired like so many at a time, so I still had time to like do an attack. But my attacks are so slow. By the time I'm like done the animation, I like need to dodge instantly or I'm going to get hit. I guess I can pick that up. We might be due for an upgrade here soon. Don't even know what the thing was back then, TBH. Was some big ass forest creature, but you did win. Hell yeah. Capital G gamer right there. Hey, this wasn't even like the actual way to go, I don't think. Can I jump down the abyss? There was a hole. I cannot jump into the hole. This is not a hole I am equipped to penetrate. Good to know. One quick Google search later, it was a forest spirit. Ah, I see. I see. bulk. Ah, man. I don't know, maybe I'm just in a mood today, but I'm seeing items and I'm just like, ooh, I want to make a class with that. Ooh, I want to roll a character that does that. The last time I played this game, I made a druid, who was, more so focused around, like, the werewolf, shapeshift ability. So it was a bunch of, like, rapid attacks that stacked bleeding and ice. It was very cool. Pun intended. That one was a lot of fun. There's a lot of scary things in the forest. That is true. No, the Witcher does have a bunch of really cool critters. I'm trying to think, like, what my other favorite, like, main story monster fights were, but I'm having a hard time. Every time I think of, like, my favorite moments in The Witcher, it's always, Heart of Stone. Just that entire DLC is such a vibe. Everything about Heart of Stone is my favorite part of Heart of Stone. Let's see, I remember there was, like, we had a couple of Griffin fights, besides the, like, tutorial one. And they were cool. There was a few troll encounters. A bunch of stuff. Ooh, I do also like the... I forget exactly what it was, but the thing that you fight when you first meet Shani. I think that might also be for the DLC. I think that might be how Heart of Stone starts. I'm not sure. Anyway, Witcher's a good game.
So the ancient enemy has returned. But why is this one not attacking us?
He wants to trade.
What's it saying?
In a time long past, I aided an alliance that fought these beings for centuries. They are the Lightless, the Abyssals, the spawn of the Well of Souls. I can teach you its ancient tongue, for knowledge was our greatest weapon. Hold still.
Yeah, let me just download a language real quick. Easy peasy. You're so for real you cannot care less about Ciri and Geralt's whole yearning stuff?
Understanding of their language. Tread carefully. In ages past, these creatures...
You wish to do quests and now feed Geralt's horniness.
The Lich Lord, master of undeath.
I don't know, I kinda like the like father-daughter stuff that they have going on with Geralt and Ciri. I don't know, it's kinda cute. I wasn't a huge fan of, like, either romance option. Oh, hold on, I need to be exceptionally edgy for a second. Can I throw that in? Place an item with an unrevealed desecrated modifier. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of things on me. Hold on. Just check my stash. Let's see. Desecrates a rare armor? Does that work for this? Item is not rare. That would do it. It's a cool dynamic. It don't mean you care for it. Doesn't mean you care for it in game. You're into quest. Yeah, that's fair. I would, like, definitely fuck with a Witcher style game that was much more focused around, like, just being a Witcher without, like, the big, like, overarching story. Like, just kind of chilling, taking contracts and stuff, dealing with people. That would be cool. That would be very, very cool. Witcher drops the hardest stories and random small side quests. It does. It does for real. It's got like a, like the concentrated, like, Bethesda RPG or like the old school, like, Fallout games kind of vibe where, like, all the best parts are in the side quests. And like the main story is just kind of like okay. But no, the side stuff is like crazy good for just like no reason. I don't have anything particularly good here. Can I desecrate this chest piece that I already have wording on? I can. Okay. Let's go throw this into the abyss, see what we get. Away with you! Oh, I actually get to choose now. Strength or lightning res? The 14th strength is kind of crazy. Way better than the lightning resistance.
Touched by death, yet still mine to rule.
Here we go. I still have room for one more modifier on this. Do I finish this off? I might do. I might. Like the red miasmal quest was literally just a thing you randomly find around Velen, not even a notice board. Yeah, see, I like those. I like the ones where you're just like wandering around and like one of the peasants or whatever is just like screaming for help and you go and like see what's up and then they get like really weird when you show up. Augments a rare item with a new modifier. Yes, res. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I do need like an infinite amount of regal orbs though. This can be tough to replace this thing before I have a bunch of mods on this new belt. 9 strength is already a decent start though. Increased flask life recovery rate is also good. Here, I'm going to leave this here so I don't forget about it. Even though this is exactly the place where I would forget about it. And I'm going to keep my eye out for more Abyss stuff, because Abyss is maybe one of my favorite mechanics. But for now we leave. We have the main story to do. They're like, help, I'm dying, anyone, you, not you, go away, help anybody. Yeah, for real. It's funny. Like, it never gets old for me. Like, sometimes they're okay, and sometimes they're just, like, very clearly uncomfortable with Geralt being, like, anywhere around them. And then, like, half the time, they still have the gall to try and, like, not pay you. It's very funny. It's a very funny dynamic. Another thing that I was going to do before I started stream was I was going to look at the ascendancies for Warrior. I didn't. And that is probably going to be a problem, because we are going to at least get our first ascendancy level today. I feel like our gear is decent enough to do it as it is. Maybe we get a couple more upgrades in the trial of the Sekima is going to be real easy. Oh, hi. This is the caravan. Why did the caravan spawn on this side? It never spawns on this side. What? This game hates me. Since you just restarted a run, you got reminded of how upset you were that Nilfgaardians, for what they did to the Griffin in the opening quest. Yeah. Yeah, everybody kind of sucks in the opening quest line, except for Boromir. Is it Boromir? What's the old guy's name? I'm genuinely blanking. Boromir's Lord of the Rings. Vesemir, that was it. I was close. Boromir, Vesemir. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. But no, Vesemir's cool. I like Vesemir. Ooh, hold on. What's that? Plated mace. Has even slower attack speed than my current mace. But it's like 10 levels higher. It might be good. We'll see. Okay, where is the next area? It should be around here. I don't remember this map being that big. But I see we get another Abyss Fisher. So that's okay. I'm not gonna complain about that. Oh, that's the Abyss sound effect. Okay. Ooh, cool, cool, cool. It sounds almost like the level up chime. Oh, hey, and the game was listening. It gave me my Regal Orbs. Hell yeah. Awesome. One of your most vivid memories of The Witcher is Geralt almost getting you banned on Twitch because, God forbid, he needs to keep his dick in his pants. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I would not stream The Witcher 3. Honestly, any of the Witcher games. They're all very horny. That's funny, though. Oh, we got another room. Okay, let's see if we get some decent stuff from this today. Because I'm not tired of this mechanic yet. It hasn't annoyed me. It's been pretty painless and it's been giving me decent stuff. I guess I should probably finish the Abyss first, though. We'll do one League mechanic at a time. Because I am decently geared, but I am still killable. Out of mana. Bonk. Oh, I did ancestrally boost Rolling Slam. Okay, that's probably why it's doing way more. I just noticed that.
I've nowhere to keep that.
Oh man. Why do I have no space for anything? There we go. We're just vibing, talking to a woman who starts a cutscene, just immediately flashes boobs across the screen. Yep. That's The Witcher for you. Anytime you talk to a woman in one of those games, there's like a 50-50 chance. And, sometimes it's not the kind of women you expect. In the first Witcher game. Instead of having, like, full-blown, like, sex scenes or whatever, they just give you, like, trading cards for the women that Geralt sleeps with. And if you finish, like, this one old lady's quest line, you get a trading card of her. And I remember, because I'm old as fuck, people were, like, losing their mind that they put that in the game. Like, apparently when that game came out, there was, like, genuine discourse. People were, like, actually upset. I was just like, it's funny. What's the matter with you? Ooh, another alchemy orb. There we go. I'm very happy with this. I do need to keep an eye out for item rarity on my gear. If I can get a good amount of that and still have decent stats, that would be ideal. This is technically a league starter, whether or not I actually switch over to a more expensive build later. So if I can get more currency, that would be good. I am a little concerned with how the market's gonna be. I know I mentioned that on day one, but I do wonder if I'm actually gonna be able to afford anything here. Ooh, there's a bunch of spiders. I thought it was just one guy. Boop. Also, it does look like it ancestrally boosts both parts of the slam. Like, it's both the first hit and the second one. If I get staggered, then it doesn't do either, but in theory. Ooh, it's not a bad ring. When you're trying your hardest to cockblock the shit out of Geralt. And doing our any percent virgin run. I respect it. Bro has more important things to worry about. He's got to find his adopted daughter and shit. He ain't got time for Gwent. He ain't got time for none of that. I mean, there might be time for Gwent. I don't know. Are we Gwent fans? Gwent was kind of neat, but I didn't really spend a lot of time with it.
This land of the dead has no end.
Okay, we are looking for a signature here. I do need to actually explore this map. Those are not enemies. Those are posts. There is always time for Gwent. All right, respectable. We're just playing the canonically accurate gamer Geralt. No women, only card games. Yeah, honestly, with like how many NPCs are in the game that are just like there for you to play more Gwent is honestly one of the funniest things to me. Like, it's a good card game. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not huge on card games, but like, it is objectively very good. But like, the fact that you've got like this very rich RPG with like all these like cool stories and monster hunts and like deep themes and all this stuff. And like, if you want to, like, 50% of the game can just be Geralt playing Gwent. Like, you can play Gwent with like everybody. It's crazy. Was there something here? Oh yeah, I passed it. It's up on the north side. I see it on the mini-map. Bonk. I don't know why I'm still exploring down this side. We need to go right up over here. This guy wants to fuck a man. He's not putting his dick anywhere. Uh-huh. I think I want more of these. Give me my loot. Ooh, okay.
My satchel is full.
Lots of goodies. I can probably stop picking up every single armor I see that has a socket on it. I've been getting a lot of, those specific orbs. Oh. Okay, yeah, we are dipping back into town before we do the boss over here. I am feeling a little bit squishy. Ooh, lesser inspiration. More mana. Cool. Game really wants me to make a caster, man. It might happen. You might just move with the whims of RNG on this.
Another success. But there's still one more in the region. Keep it up.
Right. Somewhere here should be the boss arena. Got it here? Yeah, I think that's it here. Deal with this guy. Real quick. No, this isn't. This is a side thing. No. Are you gonna give me something good? Not really. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, hold on. I just said I wanted to go and bring rares back so I could get more regal orbs. I'm gonna do that. Quick, stop. Might also just not like the women Geralt picks. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the two main options, not my favorite. Not my favorite romance options. And it's weird because, like, I see so many people who just, like, go to bat for both Yennefer and... Oh, what's the other one's name? It's, like, on the tip of my tongue. Ah, goddamn. Triss. Yennefer and Triss. Like there was like a whole like internet war over like which one was the best waifu or whatever for Geralt, and like I don't know, both of them kind of sucked. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I have bad taste in women, but I didn't really care for either of them. Okay, let's see, what do I have for this? This one is already insane. Physical damage, crit chance, leech physical damages mana, gain 4 mana per kill. That's probably going to take care of my mana issue. And we do have room for one more. Let's exalt it. Yeah, a little bit of fire damage. Still does way more than that one does, so we'll take it. Take it. Throw some whetstones on there. We'll throw a Artificer's Orb on there so we can slap a rune on it. You should fuck the bard. I choose to believe that he has in fact fucked Dandelion. I don't see a reality where they spend that much time traveling together and Dandelion spends that much time writing about him that they have not at one point fucked. I'm gonna do... I think physical damage leached his life, because I did have that on the old one, just to kind of cover my bases. I think that should be good. This is already like way better than my old one. I don't have any replacement armor pieces, though.
Take your time.
Nobody is that obsessed about a man without having been dicked down at least once. It's true. No, 100% accurate. I see no faults in your logic whatsoever. Wait, hold on. Is there a better shield? There could be a better shield. I also don't have, like, any affixes on this shield at all. Let's see. Still no gloves that I can use. I'm getting, like, really glove-starved. Let's see. Increased armor, which is cool. 15% move speed. There we go.
A wise choice.
Move speed and not god-awful fire res. We can work with this,
Goodbye.
I believe. Hold on. Do I want to do that? Or do we want to... No, if I alk it, we're going to get rid of the speed modifier, and that's going to suck. Hold on. I might have an essence. On armor, increased armor evasion, yada yada, fire resistance. I already have that on. Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Tier 6 armor increase. I guess that's fine. It does already put us up at, like, well above our weird uniques. So we'll do that. I need some more exalts. Is what I need. But the game isn't going to give me one. I guess I can just do that. Throw some quality on, get like twice as much armor. More move speed. We are losing it on 6 strength. But we're getting fire resistance, which is going to be nice. Not the worst. And we can do a rune. You're excited for the new expansion? Like, it's still far up, you're excited? Yeah, I'm surprised as hell that they're doing it. Because I saw they announced The Witcher 4, which looked pretty cool. I'm also excited for that one. I was not expecting them to actually do, like, more content for Witcher 3, though. That kind of came out of nowhere. You know what? If I throw this rune on, then this is literally just a better version of this in every way. It just doesn't have the unique effect. Good. Let's do it. Got off. Don't need that. Don't need that. I think all of these are just kind of forfeit at this point. Into the bin. I might also try and craft these up. I really don't need this much fire resistance, though. I'd prefer to have more lightning for the boss up ahead, but I guess it's fine. Cold res. Bad roll, but that's fine. More fizz. And max mana. And not bad, but we are losing the rarity find. So that kind of sucks. Let's see what we can get on this belt before I forget. More fire resistance, wouldn't you know? Yeah. I could get like an extra charm slot or something on that. That would be really nice. As it stands, I don't think I want to swap. Still, a few upgrades. We're a bit stronger now. We've got like a way, way better weapon, so I'm happy about that. So why you're doing this playthrough now, so you don't, you didn't have any complete save file that isn't old, so you're just using the excuse to make another 100% save? I see. That's valid. I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years I'll be ready for a Witcher 3 replay. And I'm still in like a comfy spot in my brain where it's just like mostly nostalgia, but not really like a desire to play it again. But one day. There's the relic. That's what I need. Oh, we have another spirit. Okay. Cool. I'll take more league mechanics. More mechanics mean more loot. And I do like my loot. Alright, where are we going, buddy? Where are you taking me? You're not taking me to the boss, are you? You might be taking me directly to the boss. Which honestly wouldn't be the worst thing. I've already found the medallion, I've already found the rune. I think that's all that I needed from here. So we can just go and do the boss. Oh no. Okay, I found a rare. Unlucky. It's fine. Oh, yeah, I'm much happier with Rolling Slam's damage as opposed to Earthquake. I will have to mess around with some of the other skills. Because I'm sure I've got like half of like 3 different combos on my bar right now, and they're just not clicking. So I'm sure if I experiment a little bit more, we'll find something that works real good. Yeah, pick up the rares. Ooh, and we get our capstone. Or our, what are these called? Notables? I think those are notables. But yeah, attack speed and a bunch of dexterity. Which is going to be very nice. Very, very, very nice. Because I think regardless of what we end up going, I am going to want faster attack speed. Especially if we get those fancy uniques. Alright, time to go kill the undead mammoth. And his friend. Okay, and I'm glad I got the upgrades that I did. This is still going to be a little bit of a slow fight. I like the music in this. They've got like very like classical music, like old school. It sounds very analog most of the time, and then they'll do like a pitch shift or something. And it just goes hard. It's very good. Go. Go, please don't bring back the thing. I don't think he does, but if he does do, then that's going to be annoying. Smack him around until I get the ancestral boost back up for Rolling Slam. And then we just Rolling Slam again. Boop. You love Roach, but God, that horse is stupid. Yeah, I love the AI that they gave Roach. Like, her pathing and tracking is just the right amount of cursed.
Join the dead, you so defiled.
I also never realized that if I am using fire, like, all the bosses are gonna burn to death, and that's kind of fucked up. Let's see. Is there anything else in this map? Ekbab, the ancient steed, is just who we killed. So we are good to return. Go back to town. And then we can go and drop off the other half of the medallion. And then I think we can do the trial of the Sekimas. Might get some decent loot from that. Who knows?
These tusks are truly worthy of Robala's steed. Impressive, young one. It'll take a bit of carving. If my
Oh, support gem. And the giant horn.
I am honored.
Oh yeah, I forgot we actually have to blow the horn.
It is time to use the reforged horn of the Vestiri to... You have your orders.
Oh wait.
This goes against everything the Ezamites stand for.
Yeah, we'll just not pay attention to the, hundreds of slaves pulling this caravan. It's fine. I need to go to a different spot, I guess. Trying to find a blacksmith so bad, but Velen just sucks. I don't want to fast travel. Velen's pretty rough.
I am hesitant to allow you access to Sacred Deshar. Fight to the last.
Oh, alright, now we have access to that. I do want to go back here real quick. Just so that I can drop off the other relic, so that we can get our permanent upgrade. Which, can I just teleport? I cannot. Yeah, none of the fast travel thingies are open. I guess I'm just gonna piss everything off in the map as I go by. Really looking to fight anything here. Higher level than the last spot, but not by much. Your silver sword and your chest piece are broken. Your sword has been broken since like the first minute of the Red Miasmal quest. They finished an hour ago. Yeah, okay, so you're in kind of rough shape. That's a seal. That's not what I care about. More skeletons. That's cool. Is this it? There we go. Okay. Nice. Alright. 30% increased charm charges. Gain a charm slot. 30% increased charm effect duration. I think that's what I want. I think that's usually what I go for. Having more time with the extra resistances is nice. So we'll do that. And then everything else is done, so let's go hit up the trial of the Sekimas. Let's go get our ascendancy. That sounds like fun.
As we approach Deshar, if you happen...
We have another little quest, which I didn't realize you could actually accept that quest. I just kind of completed it by accident the first time. Do I care about any of these? Not really. I will salvage this one. And that. I need more armor scrap.
Come on.
And everything else. Disenchant. Give me more regals. I'll do that. Okay, let me see. Molten Blast looks kind of lame. What's Armor Breaker?
Using Armor Breaker repeatedly against enemies will break their armor, allowing you to deal more physical damage. Look out for this symbol to see which enemies have high armor. There are many other skills. Using...
Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this and I'm gonna replace the Mace basic attack with Armor Breaker. We're gonna see how that feels. Do that. We're gonna move our speed over there. We're only doing 199. Even with that, we're only doing 205. But with the armor break and switching over to rolling slam, this should maybe do more. We'll see. If it's bad, we'll switch it back. Which just threw you into a group of rot fiends. Oh, Roach, you silly goose. What a kidder. Is there anything else I can do to prepare? Because sometimes the trials can be a little sketchy. Not nearly as bad as I understand from what they used to be. But I'm not looking to give myself a harder time than is necessary. Let's see. You have this. Passive charge gain is actually really good. And recover some mana when it gets used. Sure, why not? Alright, that'll cover up my lightning resistance for the Act 2 boss, I think. I'll put us at about 55 when it counts. That should be good. Okay, let's go do the trial. Means I need to go over here for the map. I'm absolutely not lost. No sir, not me. Get rid of this so I can have my one inventory slot left.
I will show them how a true warrior fights.
You sure will, buddy. You sure will. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to do anything just yet, because this is like the tutorial run.
I will serve.
We have met in battle, but not in peace. I am Balbala, once a traitor, long a sorrowed prisoner, as
And there we go.
Selarin.
What is our thing here? Hold on. I always forget. Can you craft these? You can. You absolutely can. Alright, cool. Gain water at the start of the trial. Monsters have a chance to drop sacred water. Cool. Not bad. Doesn't super matter for the first run, but it's good to know. Alright. Let's see if we can actually do this. I should hope so. We've got like a strength build, so we've got a lot of honor in our health pool. Basically, every time we take damage, we lose honor, and if honor drops to 0, we lose. So we have to go through like the series of trials without taking too much damage. Which, as like a physical like tank spec, it's not the best. But I also don't need to fight stuff for like half the trials, so it's kind of fine. We can save most of our health for the boss at the end. We're gonna be just fine. There we go.
Stand tall.
Flawless. Give me my bronze key. Oh, they'll actually follow you into this room now. Oh, that's cool. They didn't used to do that. This used to be a safe room. I guess they're trying to cut down on the cheese a little bit. Blunted sword sucks. Minions have increased max life. 100% damage taken while on low life. I mean, ideally, I'm not going to be on low life. I guess we do that. Love how useless the no passage into the city is in Velen, because you just talked to the NPC, jumped off the bridge next to him, and swam to the shore of the city. That's using your brain. This is going to be another relatively chill one. Let's just navigate the puzzles, basically. Deal with some small packs here and there. Luckily, everything is much lower level than me, so it's going to be fine. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need the attack speed boost. One at least level 2 on the attack speed skill gem for this, if we're sticking with Armor Breaker. We want to go this way. Rebirth rune, sure. Sapphire ring, that's going to be useful later. Maybe. I don't know if we'll actually have a new use for it by the time I try, but we'll see. And everything else is garbage. You just paid $2.91 to repair your stuff. I mean, that's what happens when you let everything break. It gets expansive. So I'm on fire now. Not in a good way. In like the, oh god, my skin is melting way. Not a fan. Okay, no, I can't bonk the giant floor spikes. I haven't seen a blacksmith since the dwarf in White Orchard. Somebody's got a case of the Wanderlust. A little too hard, I think. Oh nice, this restores honor. I didn't take that much damage, but cool. Okay, so that's these. Those are the shrines. I want the keys. I want more keys. In the hope that I can at least get more currency items at the end here. Run, run, run. Just kind of dodge everything. It's fine. Combat is optional. I'll stop if I see like a really good looking chest, but aside from that, I don't think I need to worry. There's a blue chest up there, but don't really care. Well, since I'm going back around this way. Since that was a dead end, we might as well see. Nothing good. Back here. Nice. I'm real good at running. It is a skill of mine. Thought if they put a question mark on your map. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Totally the dev's fault. Giving you too many things to do. Words of boon. Shrine that greatly restores honor, but burdens you with an affliction. I don't need greatly restores. I want the boon. Give me the boon. I love boons. There's the rare.
Hammer and anvil.
Okay, we managed to get the block there somehow. Okay, ugh. This one's gonna be annoying. Go. Tapestry relic. There we go. I do need to get a loot filter going. Because the relics just show up as magic items, but I do want to pick up every single one of those. Alright, is this guy? This is the guy. I'm just gonna find the one little safe pixel. There we go. That's it. Okay. And maybe there's something in the pots. You never know. You might just hit the RNG jackpot. It's possible. Not likely, but possible. Give me the boon. That's my boon. Sacred water found on floors doubled. Ward's large sacred water fountain afflicts you with black smoke on entry. Let's see, one fewer room ahead. That is going to be a problem. That is going to be a little bit of a problem. Contains a merchant, which is going to be a problem. It also gives me 0 armor, which is bad. So we want to go top one. We're not always taken to the room you select. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ooh, this one's fun. You just have to survive the timer. But the more stuff you kill, the more the timer goes down. Oh, I don't appreciate the poison, though. I remember on my last character, I was basically taking this room as a free loot opportunity. Because if you're fast enough, like if you're properly geared, you can kind of just like take out 3 or 4 rares in the allotted time. And sometimes you get decent stuff. More so when you're actually playing a map of this that's actually your level. Go. Lots of sacred water. Very good. We want to go up. We don't want to do this with 0 armor. As an armor stacking class, that is no bueno. Ooh, it's another relic. How do we do what?
Disrupted.
Okay, cool. That was nice and easy. Give me more of my water. I want to be able to buy so many things. It's going to be great. Restores honor, grants you a boon, or gives you more water. I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to go for more water. Besides, this is just like a time trial thingy. And these are easy. Just keeping a vague lookout to see if there's any more relics I can pick up while I'm doing these. Because the relics will persist. And the next time I do a run of this, I would like to have a little more gas.
Impressive endurance.
That one was quick. It's a lot shorter than the other two that I did on this run. Not that I'm complaining. Go, even more water. Alright, boss time. Let's see how we do.
The foe ahead is formidable. Steel yourself.
Oh, I'm ready.
Overcome this challenge.
It burns.
Okay, we're not doing so bad.
Beware of what falls.
The armor break is kind of nice. I think I might go back into the kind of playstyle that I had before. I'm kind of tempted to go and check my other warrior to see what skills I had.
Look out for the slam.
I don't need to be precious about the honor, because it's just one boss this time.
I knew you would succeed.
The higher levels we get more bosses, but this one's just one. It's nice and easy, as long as you have a reasonably competent build. Alright,
Greetings.
first things first. I would like... How many keys do I have? I have 1 silver, 1 bronze. I'd like the relic chest, because I do actually like this trial. I don't mind running more of this. And I don't really need... These are pretty low level. We'll just do the mystery one. There we go. Cool. We'll do this.
A while.
Purchase items. And I only have 2 things available. Okay.
I remember when this was new. From a time long ago.
Maybe I should have taken the merchant. Alright. There you go. And another silver, another bronze. Silver hoarder's chest? What's this gonna be? Some money. And let's do the warriors. Get some stuff with some salvageable bits on it. Instagram has blessed you, Grayson, Rocky, and Subnautica. Oh, of course. Of course. See, I feel like every time we talk, I've had my phone too close by, because now whenever I'm on socials, I keep getting Project Hail Mary, like, skits and stuff. And, like, don't get me wrong, they're fun. Some of them are pretty good. But, like, I still haven't seen the movie. So it's a bit of a strange experience. I think that's all the relics. Alright. What are our ascendancies? So that can close. I don't need that window open. Watch the movie a reasonable amount of times. You, sure. Yeah. Reasonable. Okay, let's see. I haven't seen Smith of Kitava before. This is new to me. This also looks very strange. It does sound kind of cool, but let's see. I think I took Titan the first time. Carry a chest with edge adds 20 inventory slots is just very nice. 50% increased effective small passive skills is also huge. It gives you like tons of strength. Because every node gives you 5. So with this, they give you 7.5 instead. Huge, 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 huge. More armor. More armor for equipped body armor. Slam skills have more effect, which if I'm using rolling slam, that might be worth it. But if I'm moving towards armor break, not so much. 25% chance for slam skills you use to cause an additional aftershock is neat. Every second slam skill you use is ancestrally boosted, which I wonder if you could like double boost it. That could be fun. Stun build up. More damage against heavy stunned enemies. Your hits are crushing blows. Crushing blows is just heavy stun. Okay. That could be cool if I go for the armor break setup. That way I don't need to use Bone Shatter. I can just do heavy stagger for free. More build up. Every third slam skill doesn't create fissures. That doesn't create fissures, which you use yourself causes 3 additional aftershocks instead. And then just more life. Good stuff, not terribly exciting. This one does armor. Break armor equal to 10 hit. Only broken armor you inflict increases all damage taken from hits instead. You can break enemy armor to below 0. It could be fun. Because I'm not really doing anything with the armor break status yet. You can like cash it in for big damage. If I go with that, then I don't need to worry about it. Let's see. Grants Ancestral Spirits. +1 to maximum number of summoned totems. Trigger Ancestral Spirits when you summon a totem. I think this is what I saw for the weird build that I talked about yesterday. Where they kind of turned Warrior into like a weird, like, recursive caster. So we might do that. That could be fun. Let's see. Encase in Jade. Gain a stack of Jade every second. What does this do? Gain guard equal to 6% of your maximum life per Jade consumed. Consume all Jade stacks to grant guard based on your maximum life. Cannot gain Jade stacks while you have guard. Interesting. I don't know if I'd take that. Gain 35% base chance to block from equipped shield instead of the shield's value. That's cool. War cries explode corpses, dealing 25% of their life as physical damage. Ignore war cry cooldowns. Okay, Warbringer might be the play. Oh, everyone in the tank seems to be vibing. That's good. That's good. Okay. I don't know what this one is. This one is all new to me. Grant skill, fire spell on hit. While active, gains energy when you hit enemies with melee attacks and triggers socketed fire spells on reaching maximum energy. Interesting. That could be neat. Temper weapon. Channel to temper your main hand melee martial weapon. Each hit of the hammer against the anvil empowers subsequent attacks to combust when hitting enemies. Cool. Manifest weapon. Manifest a copy of your main hand martial weapon as an immortal companion to fight by your side. In addition to its standard strikes, the manifested weapon gains an additional attack depending on the weapon type. That sounds sick, actually. This one sounds really cool. Yeah, considering this guy started out as a blacksmith, this is like weirdly appropriate. Modifiers to fire resistance also grant cold and lightning resistance at 50% of their value. Ooh. Okay, so that's going to make it really easy to get your resistances at the end. Modifiers to maximum fire resistance also grant maximum cold and lightning resistance. Ooh. Okay. That could be really good. What is this down here? This looks like the more important bit. This passive skill is free to allocate. Can only use normal body armor. Plus 200 to armor for each connected notable passive skill allocated. What? Only use normal body armor. Body armor grants 100% armor and also applies to chaos damage. That's huge. Body armor grants hits. Grants hits against you have 100% reduced critical damage bonus. Grants 30% increased spirit. Regenerates max life. Physical damage from hits taken as fire damage. 50% of armor also applies to elemental damage. Body armor grants unaffected by damaging ailments. 20% increased strength, 15% increased life, 75 to... Wait, hold on. That's just plus 75 to fire res? What? Thorns damage. Grants increase in glory generation. Huh. I mean, these each take a point. And you get 2 points per ascendancy up to a maximum of I think 6 or 8? You'd have to still pick and choose. That could be really cool, though. I am very tempted with that. Here, what have you sent me on Discord? Let me see. Okay, we have more cat. Amazing. Incredible. We also have whatever this is. I am currently ascending. I kind of look good with the white hair, I'm not gonna lie. If I got a tan, that could work. I could rock that. I don't tan though, so that might be an issue. Okay. So, thinking about it, I think Warbringer is going to be the most logical choice. Smith of Kitava does sound metal as shit, but I would need like twice the ascendancy points to make this worthwhile, because I would want 1, 2 to get that, 3, 4 to get that. That's already 2 out of the 3, I think. And then I could only take 2 of these. Not to mention I'm passing up on like Manifest Weapon and stuff, which are neat, but I don't think particularly good. So I would lose 4 points for that, I'd have 2 points for that, but then I could only do normal armor, and that would really suck. That would really suck. So, no, we're gonna do Warbringer. That's what we're doing. And to start... see, these ones you can refund, so it's not so bad. You just can't change your ascendancy. I kind of want to try this. This skill is triggered each time you summon a totem, summoning an ancestral spirit minion to fight for you. If the totem dies when the ancestral spirit, then the ancestral spirit triggered by its summoning will die too. Minions from this skill have 1% increased attack speed per 3 of your dexterity. Modifiers to totem's life also affects minions from this skill. Minions from this skill have 1% increased damage per 1 strength. Your email, for some reason, forces everything into dark mode even when it's not needed. And it just ends up inverting images. That's funny. Let's see. 20% damage from hits taken from your nearest... Oh, okay. 20% of damage from hits is taken from your nearest totem's life before mine. Okay, I see. I understand. That's neat. That's pretty cool. I want to mess around with the spirit ancestors. I think that might be really cool. I don't know exactly what they do, but I want to mess around with it. So we're going to do that. I do want to go here. Because shield blocking sounds like fun. Maybe the war cries. Maybe we do the war cries instead of this if this doesn't work out. But for now, that's what we're going to do.
Strength is all that matters.
It is done. You are no longer a Jingak. You now carry with you the spirit of a Maraketh Dekara. I am finally free, but I find I do not wish to rest just yet.
It's Coco. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Appreciate you.
Though it may take another 1,000 years, I must restore it to its former glory. Should you need me, I will continue to serve as your guide here.
Oh, I'm looking forward to going back and doing more of these. I actually really like Trial of the Second. It's really fun. I don't know. I like the roguelike. The roguelike is neat. And I find I get shafted a lot less than I do with the other one. Do they still only have the 2 Trials of Ascendancy in this game? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Back to the caravan. I also want to look to see if I have access to more totems than just Shockwave. Because if I just have Shockwave for like a while, that's going to be a little awkward. Gee, hold on. Let me just go see our friend here.
The path to Deshar has been opened.
Identify my stuff, please. We'll go and mulch these. I don't need those. Is the ring any good? Kinda, sorta, yeah. Not like insane, but I kinda like that. And it's cold resistance, which is gonna be nice. I don't have a ton of that. Okay, let's see. Where are my totems? We have Shockwave Totem. And Ancestral Warrior Totem. Those are our options, huh? Okay, cool. Neat. I'm going to upgrade this, because I want my ancestors to do as much as possible. Put that off here, don't need it for now. Do I have another Regal? I already forget. Let's see, Grand... Giant, we'll definitely want to do that. Increase amount recovered. Increase charges. Cool. Cool. Throw those in. This I don't need for right now. And I have 1 Regal. Let's see. Max life. That's better than the fire one. I don't think that's gonna be worth swapping to yet, though. So, into the armory, where it will be forgotten. Do that. Hopefully get another Regal soon. And now we get to go and try out some fun stuff. Hold on, let me see. I do have stuff on here already. I don't know if I want Blood Font. I think I want to maybe try a different support gem. Let's see here. What do I have already done? Shockwave Totem is not usable with most of these. Breaking additional armor is cool, I guess. What else can I do? More stun build up. Support skills have +1 limit. That could be nice, actually, yeah. Just have like a bunch of these out. That could be cool. Don't think I'm against that. Take that off, put that on. I also I'm not really noticing Blood Font doing anything, so I'm not gonna miss it. You might draw some Witcher content. I mean, there's a bunch of cool things in The Witcher. Does work for some very good inspiration. I can't talk right now. I'm a little tongue-tied. Yeah. Take a drink of water. That'll help.
This is a graveyard unlike any other.
Actually, hold on. Let me adjust myself real quick. Hold on. There we go. Alright, this should be better, I think. Hopefully it's not too much quieter. I'm just leaning back. My, I'm like activating gamer mode permanently. My back is starting to complain a little bit. Hey, hold on, I can probably move it a little closer. Ow! Rude. There we go. Alright, I think I'm good. I think we're good. Alright, let's get back to it. We have an act to finish. I was hoping to do like one act today, but I was very tired yesterday. Okay, let's find a good pack of monsters here. Instead of just like one random vulture. When it sounds like when Biz falls out of bed. I choose to believe so. Oh wait, hold on. Do these guys do different things? Okay, I was expecting it just to be like the same stuff. Huh. Okay, so I get a buff. Warcaller's Bellow. Gain 10 rage on hit with attacks and have 20% increased skill speed. That's pretty good. That is noticeable. I like that. I don't think I actually need the AoE in that case then. I might just have the thing where totems deploy much quicker. Because that's a pretty long animation to be stuck in. Oh, who's this guy? Roar the Jade Hulk. Increased damage. Huh. Okay, so you just have like a bunch of ancestors. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Saying it out loud like that sounds stupid, but you know what I mean. It's not just like one ghosty dude. There's like a bunch that show up. Got a turtle. Increase armor. And stuff. I didn't read the rest of that. What's up, Pharaoh? Skull of the Titan.
The caravan should be able to take us there.
Sweet. We'll do that here. Not right now. We'll finish this map first, and then we'll go do that. I'm excited, though. Hopefully it's like an actual dungeon. Yeah, I forget we can actually go inside these.
Steel yourself!
There's our side quest.
This must be Liluma.
Which I think that's everything we need to do in this one, so we can just go right now to the boss. You know, I am kind of liking the totem ancestors. That's pretty cool. I don't know for sure if this is the same thing as what I saw online. They look kind of similar, but a little different. I guess they do kind of fuck on their own. Okay, I'm seeing how this could work. This could be okay. Yeah, I guess we are kind of turning into a caster at this point. I might have to invest in some actual mana solutions. This is kind of neat, though. I'm not against it. It could be fun. Let's see. Storm Rune, Desert Rune, Iron Rune, Glacial Rune. Give me the Storm Rune, just for the resistance. I might need that. Thinking about drinking another monster. How many monsters have we had today? One? Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. I thought you were going to say like 4 or something. If it's just 1, then why not? Why not have another one? It's only like midnight where you are. Ooh, actually hold on. If I cast this into the bubble, then like most of my damage goes out and I don't need to worry about that being affected by the slow. That's pretty good. That's pretty good actually. I like that. That's not bad. Do that again. I don't love that it's random, but it's pretty cool. If there was a way to like determine which ancestor you're gonna get, you could be a little bit more strategic with it. But all of them seem to be pretty okay. I tend to like always get at least 1 damage ancestor whenever I do like all 3 totems like that, so not the worst. And if I actually remember to weave in a war cry, that'll be even better. I always only drink 1, like a morning coffee equivalent. Well, I guess that's not too bad.
I'm not ready. Steel yourself.
I guess I just throw down the totems and just kind of let them do things while I stack up the armor break. I hit that guy so hard his buddy died. Ooh, and we get another unique. The Superior Forked Spear. I wonder what that's going to be. I wonder. Ooh, and a regal. Gimme. Want it. Let's see. Let's see what this is. Tangle Tongue. Adds 15 to 33 physical damage, 6.73% to critical hit chance, 15 to intelligence. Bifurcates critical hits. What? Hits with this weapon roll against their critical hit chance twice when determining if they are a critical hit. If either roll succeeds, the hit will be a critical hit, and thus the critical damage will be applied as normal. If both rolls succeed, the hit will be a critical hit, and the critical damage bonus will apply twice. Oh boy. If a modifier makes your critical hit chance lucky, that luck is applied individually to both these rolls. That's maybe really good, actually. That could be actually really nice. I wouldn't mind messing around with like an endgame version of that. That's really cool. That thing's got a nuke when you get like a lucky double crit. Whew. Is there a way further down, or am I at the edge? Drew 4 1-damage cards and Gwent, you'll cry. Oh no. So you just gotta make a better deck. That's all you gotta do. Just take out all the bad cards. Excuse me. I do remember like the first game of Gwent that you can play like in the orchard. I did lose like 6 consecutive times because I just got RNG screwed. Which might go a little ways to explaining why I didn't play very much Gwent after that. But I did go and like mess around with it.
I pray I'm not too late.
Let's go bop a boss here. There is actually a side objective on this map, I believe, that gives you lightning resistance. Which I do want. The fucking guy in the castle when Yennefer shows up. Oh yeah. Yeah, love that guy. He's great. If I remember correctly, this map's usually pretty big, so this might be a little while. A lot of tiny nodes, so you're spending most of your time running across bridges. Which, not the most engaging stuff, but visually the map's pretty cool, so I guess it's fine. Actually, is it this map or is there another one after this? I forgot. Are we only partway up? Yeah, I think we're only partway up, so there's still another map after this, and that's where all the good stuff is. I don't think there's actually anything for me here. Yeah, shifting vases. That's about it. Yeah, okay. We'll just go into the next floor. Yeah, look for the exit. We need to find ourselves some stairs. Okay, playing Gwent on a new save when you only have the defaults? Yeah, it's rough. It do be rough. The more that I think about it, that might unironically be the one thing that keeps me from playing a new save file of The Witcher. Is just having to suffer through early game Gwent again. Right, here we go. This is where we find the optional quest. Yo, I do feel really tanky. Which is nice. I do like that. Especially when I get the turtle, like the huge bump to armor and stuff is nice. It feels pretty good. Honestly, most of the ancestors feel pretty nice to get. I'm not like too upset with getting any of them right now, I don't think. I'm contemplating using the gem upgrade thingy that I got earlier on the totems now. I might actually like totems. I didn't think I would, but they could be kind of fun. This could be actually not bad. It definitely makes for like a nice rotation B. So while I'm charging in with the ancestrally boosted Rolling Slam and then following that up with Armor Break, while I'm doing that, having the ancestors do a bunch of stuff on top of the totems themselves, because those are still active. They're still going to be stacking up stun. So like we're doing a lot of stuff there, which is pretty cool. Nothing here. I mean, I guess I can fight the boss first. It doesn't really matter. I can just kind of like brain off explore. As it's not going to like send us into a cutscene or anything, so. Okay, it's kind of a disaster when I spawn like 3 of those hulks in like a tiny room like this. In like a great way though. It's pretty good. Oh, yeah, here's the sub quest. This is what we want. There we go. Plus 10 lightning resistance. Let's go. Nice round 40. Which means we should be in a pretty good spot when we get to the end of Act Boss. Because he does quite a bit of lightning. Not exclusively, but when he do it, he do quite a bit of it. Yeah, this feels pretty good. I'm not upset about this. I think this was maybe the right call for the Ascension.
Let these towers stand for all time, so that the sands may never swallow the honored dead. We give you to the sky and to the wind. in defiance of the doom of the desert.
I love Geralt randomly stealing boats. Yeah, I love that nobody really gives a shit about their boats. They're just kind of like left hanging around. Just like everywhere. It's like, nope, this is mine now. Like, I love the implication with that like Skellige just has like free public transportation, and by the way of just like a billion boats. Regal orbs. Improves quality of a skill gem. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty good too. Oh no. Don't give me good options. I want that. I wanna min-max the totems real bad. Ooh, and a chaos. Very nice. Okay. That was a very good rune. At least for this early on. I don't know. Going through maps, I'm not expecting like a ton of currency, so every time I do get it, it's like a nice little surprise. Here's the boss. Yeah, we're good with that. I am gonna try and do my second ascendancy like ASAP, though. That's gonna be definitely what needs to happen. As for this over here, what do we have for totems? Totem damage. Totem damage. Increase attack and cast speed if you've summoned a totem recently. Recently. 4 seconds. Okay. It could be okay. Okay, yep. No hardened wood's gonna be nice. Making the totems harder to kill is gonna be very, very important. What else do we have? Placement range and speed. Increased damage while you have a totem. Spells cast by totems have 3% chance increased cast speed per summoned totem. Attacks used by totems have 3% increased attack speed per summoned totem. That might be a good way to divert. 30% increased placement speed, 8% increased attack and cast speed if you summoned a totem recently. So another one of those. Yeah, not bad. What about down here? Attacks used by totems have 4% increased speed. Melee attack skills have +1 to maximum number of summoned totems. Melee attack skills have +1 to maximum number of summoned totems. Interesting. Regen while you have a totem out. Pretty cool. Recoup damage taken by your totems as life. Ooh. Okay. I'm sensing a little bit of synergy here. We take wooden wall and watchtowers. That should make us like effectively immortal almost. Okay, that's gonna be cool. You know, it'd be cool, a Witcher game where you can make your own Witcher player and just roam the lands doing contracts. That would be sick. That would actually be really cool. I want that now. That would actually be really fun. Okay, I was gonna keep going this way to get more rage, but I think I want to take totems. I think I want to do totem stuff. If we do that and we do totem placement speed, maybe that's gonna be better. Did I pick up any gems? No, I did not. But I can do that. And quality increases the duration of totems. Okay. Up to 4 seconds. That's not bad. Not great. Not bad. Hold on. Let me get a little bit more comfortable here. I've been laying back for long enough. I can sit up here and bitch slap the microphone a little bit.
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Oh no. Who could have possibly foreseen this? It was a trap.
Dodge this!
Oh yeah, I need to do the armor break. That is what's gonna let me do the damage. There we go. Now the totems should do a little bit more here. What do you mean no mana? I've been pressing the button. Why are you still out of mana? A little bit more, and we get a stagger. Ooh, that looks new. I don't remember seeing that before. Hurry up and stagger already. There we go. Big damage now. And by that I mean moderate damage, I guess. That's fine. Turtle. Ooh, another jeweler's orb. Perfect. Perfect. I don't even have to go back to town to do my upgrades. Nice. I mean, I am going back anyway, but, you know. Sorry, I looked at my character for a second and I saw his bare arms. I thought I had taken my chest piece off. I didn't realize he's got like a t-shirt on. It's like, wait, hold on. Why is there skin? Why can I see my dude? That can't be right. Walked himself from near Oxenford and forgot we can get to see Carol draw a masterpiece. Sent you a pic of it. Wait, hold on. What? Do I remember this? Oh, this. No, that's the wrong screen. That's my OBS. This thing. Yeah. No, I remember this. Amazing. Stellar. Incredible.
You found a letter? When I have the...
Go. We went and retrieved the dead guy's letter, who they're not going to read because we give it to the only person who can't see, and she's going to go burn it. Because apparently that's what you do here. Nope, we're not going to do that. We will get rid of these, though. And this is just kind of okay. We have one spot available on that. We can get more damage on it, then it might be worth it. Because the stun build up and the melee skill, like +1 to all melee skills, is huge. Everything else is kind of mid. Let's see. I did not get any exalts though. But that will prove to be a problem. We'll put that away. And we'll just sell this stuff. Well, we'll disenchant.
Stay inside.
I want more regal orbs. More. What was I doing? I need gems and stuff. Grab that. Let's see. Armor Demolisher on Shockwave Totem doesn't seem all that good. I'm pretty good at dealing with the armor stripping as it is, so that'll be my job. The totem can do other things. Placement speed might be cool. I do kind of want prolonged duration, though. Let's see. Okay, we can go like even further. 100% increase speed, 9% increase cast speed and attack speed. What if we go to 3? This is just like a wall of text. Only activate totems. Totems created by supported skills can splinter up to 2 times. Totems created by supported skills have 15% less area of effect for each time they are splintered. Totems created by supported skills do less damage, less maximum life, less skill speed if they splinter. And I assume they just do that? It doesn't give a % chance, it just says that they can. Totems created by support skills splinter after performing 1 action. Okay, I see. If I just read the last line, that would have explained it. That might be neat, though. Mess around with that when we get there. But for now, I think I want prolonged duration. Because they don't seem to last very long. Do that, and we'll do Rolling Slam. It's been a while since we've upgraded that. I do Leap Slam, though. Let's see. What are the numbers here? Attack damage is 200%. This is 130 and then 265. If we level that up. Consumes fully broken armor on enemies, causing 500% more stun buildup. So that's just like a stun option. And then it consumes fully broken armor. That could be okay, but I think for right now I'm going to do Rolling Guard. Or Rolling Slam. Not Rolling Guard. That other thing. The opposite of guarding.
The Ferryden have assembled a tremendous dreadnought as we...
Let's go get it.
Forge.
Actually, no, we need to...
I'm ready for war.
We need to go over here. We need to go do the Rune Seeker quest before we forget.
We now have their trade. For glory.
Skull of the Titan. Which I don't think we've been before. Yeah, this looks new. This looks new and very cool. Okay, just reusing the cave down here. That's fine. We had a cool dungeon entrance. I'm fine with it. Let's see what mysteries await us here. Well, that's a dead end. So, nothing there. There's our vault. There it is. Alright. Please give me something good in here. I see a forge. I don't really know what that means, but I see a forge. Oh, never mind. That's a lore book.
Scouting party's descriptions of this valley did not do it justice. Of all the curiosities we have encountered on this heinous continent, these titans may be the most extraordinary. Gazing upon this wondrous place is a small reprieve from the evil surrounding us. A third of my black sides have been killed. Half of Olroth's knights. We need more men to fight. Uhtred's disciples are useless. It is unthinkable.
A workbench. Are these runesmithing tools?
Whoops, didn't mean to cut off the lore there. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Pharaoh, what's going on? Talk to me.
Well, well. None of this is Marraketh. Oh, look here.
Oh, he found a book.
Ah, another tome. Now, let's see here. Volume 2. The Fractured Midgard. After a prosperous reign, Aldur, the first king of Kalgur, joined the Eternal Hearth. Midgard quickly fractured, and her people fell into unruly despair and violence. To unite them anew, Aldor's runefathers banded together to smith their greatest and most ambitious design.
I'd give anything to see such artisanship with my own eyes.
You and me both. We need to finish the... I'd say we shouldn't linger too long here. Are we done in here?
What do you make of this forge?
I suspect some rather bad things happened here. The Kalgurans were far from home, and potentially far from their own values.
Can we not just take like all these beryllium ingots? Can we just not just take those with us? Make some cool shit? That's what I would do, personally. There we go. Yeah, having the duration is huge, actually. I like that. For now, we'll just get the placement speed from level ups.
We have found weapons evidently Titan-forged, made for human hands. It's possible others have studied the Titan's technique as we are now. However, their masterful composition suggests that Titan and human arsenals were crafted by the same smith. Besides their size, there is only one distinction. The human weapons make use of the forbidden gems. We have been affixing our gems to weapons like adornments, to sew gems into the blades themselves, to enmesh the powers of gems and runes. We will be unstoppable.
Okay, so like your typical villain monologue. We found cool power, so we're just gonna go crazy with it. Cool beans. Cool, cool, cool. Can't salvage any of that. I can disenchant that, though. Which I will do. Rings will go into the stash. These will go here. Runic alloy. What are these? These are crafting items. Hold on. Remove a random modifier and augments a rare item with a new guaranteed modifier. Okay. Rings, amulets, belts. Yeah, okay. Just more runic ward, by the looks of it. Interesting. Remnants can be collected from further away. Increase presence area of effect. Increase mana cost efficiency. Boots. Temporary minion skills have +1 to 2 to limit of minions summoned. That sounds very cool. I like the sound of that. I'm not using the Minion Mancer though. If I was, that would be very cool. As it stands, it's just kind of neat. Yeah. Let's go to the Dreadnought. Let's see if we can get this act done and over with. I don't think there's anything that I really can do at this point. I guess I could make the shield that I have rare. If our friend here doesn't have a better one. Let's see. No, it's just hybrid shields. Well, I mean, I guess this one's pure armor. And already much better than mine. Yeah, it looks cool too, so why not? We'll do that. And these are not better. We do have access to some gloves, finally. Kind of worse in most respects. But the dexterity's not bad, actually. I do have a use for that if I'm using the ancestors. As for these are all useless to me. Yeah, why not?
It is yours.
We'll do a little bit of crafting here. The first regal needs to go on probably this. Stun threshold's good. Belt or jewelry, fire resistance, not huge. Nope. Okay. I've also noticed I haven't really found any essences since, like, the 4 of them, or whatever, we found in, like, the first act. Okay. Just wriggle that up. A little bit extra cold resistance, which is not bad. We can throw a rune on here too. Yeah, I guess we can do another iron rune. Just keep using the lesser ones for now. Just gonna use those up. They're not really gonna scale into the late game anyway, so we might as well use them while it's worth it. And these need to go on the new shield. Like so. And then the gloves. The gloves, the gloves, the gloves. More damage. More damage is more better. I will actually take that, even with the significant hit to life we're taking. There we go. Cool, and all of my gems are still good. We haven't broken anything. Oh, we can actually do support gems for the ancestral spirits. I didn't notice that. Hold on, do I have support gems? No. No, I am out of support gems.
Young one. Oh, right. Of course.
You don't really have anything for me. I don't like that. I don't like that one. I'll take this colossal.
Darker berries.
Tastes like Daka berries. What's a Daka berry? And that's Colossal as well. Grants 56% of life recovery to minions. I wonder if that works for my totems. I wonder if they count as minions. Let's see. These are minions. Are the totems? It doesn't have any minion tags, so I think maybe not.
I've got some trinkets.
Let's just go with this. We'll craft our own.
Your own?
And grab that. As long as we don't get any bad modifiers, it'll be fine. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's really good. Gain 0.2 charges per second on the life. Increase recovery rate on the mana. That's perfect. That's basically exactly what I wanted. Yep, those can go away. Salvage bench that. That way we get armor scrap and an artificer's shard. Disenchant the old gloves. And cry that I don't have an exile orb. We do have one of these. Let me put that on the shockwave totem. Now 2 seconds to the totem duration, which means we should be in a pretty good spot here. Other than that, I think we're ready to go. Let's go try it. You forgot how annoying all ghouls are. I've also forgotten. But I assume if you think they're annoying, that they're probably very annoying. Gotta remember to use my totems. There we go. Yeah, we're doing real damage with that. That's gonna be nice. I'm curious how this is gonna do with the boss. Hopefully well. Hopefully well. There we go. The more that I'm playing around with this, the more that I think I might actually take the ability to break armor on just like regular, like all my melee attacks. I think that's the same ascension. But I'm also looking into the Warcry thing, because that could also be cool. Because like, in theory, if I throw out my totems, like, it should just be, like, really good, big AoE. Where are we going here? This way. This way. Definitely need to look into my mana situation. I wonder if there's any mana nodes in the passive tree near where I am. I'll have to look. Man, I want that sword. That's a cool looking sword. Oh, the turtle. I didn't want the turtle. I was hoping for damage. I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. No. I might have to rebind where I have my where I have my skills. I don't know where the muscle memory is coming from, but for some reason I've convinced myself that totems are on Q instead of F, which are nowhere near each other. So I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, there's an essence. Nice. I was just complaining about not seeing those. Yeesh, that magic pack was tanky. Tanky, 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 and there's still a dude slowly killing me. Do not? Thank you. Alright, let's see how bad this is gonna be. Ooh, that very nearly one-shot me. Okay. Cool. There we go. Easy peasy. We totally didn't just nearly die. That probably bodes ill for the boss, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. We just gotta get good a little bit. And I'm not using the totems as much for like the small and medium-sized packs. I probably will once I get the summoning speed up a little bit more. It's just that they take so long. Grab that. That'll give us a few shards for our next Artificer's Orb. There we go. Yeah, that combo is pretty good. We set down the totems, throw down the War Cry, and then get a heavy stun with Bone Shatter. That sends out like a huge shockwave. Well, a bunch of huge shockwaves. And it feels pretty good. Nobody else, just give me your swords, and then you can see our leader. Yeah, bro doesn't understand that witchers can just, like, use magic and shit. Or just fist fight. I wouldn't want to take Geralt in a fist fight. That sounds like a bad idea. There we go. Is this the boss? I hope so. I would like to get into Act 3. Yeah, this is the boss.
You again. The fool under the hooded one's sway. Do you even know what he is? No matter. You'll find my king far more capable than Count Gianor. My king, take the power you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
The sick man. Bow before your king.
The Malekith must bow to king. We skin him.
The Malekith will pay.
Wait, did they change her voice line? She had like a way cooler voice line before. I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, this is kind of works. I can just kind of kite like this and let the totems do most of the work for me. Just kind of pop in every once in a while to do some armor break. Go. And the totems work as like pretty good like long range AoE as well. I can just kind of hide behind here and still take care of the ads. That's pretty good. Yeah, the only downside is that I wasn't able to keep up the armor break. Luckily, this guy doesn't have a ton of armor, so it's kind of fine. Ooh, nope. Want to stay in the safe spot, because that sandstorm does a lot of damage. Oh, I should have war crit before that. Still getting the order of things down. That's fine, I'll just walk around the sand. There we go. The summoning speed's already in a pretty good spot. There we go, gotta dodge that. Guess who just had to kill a camp full of elves and Igni? I, for one, am shocked. How about no spears? Actually, is that an option? Can we do no spears? Spear attack is kind of annoying. No, it's just gonna keep going. Fantastic. Hey bro, can you not just like one-shot my totems? That'd be real cool. I'm also out of mana pots. This is less than ideal. Oh no, I didn't mean to put the totem there. Alright, come on, ancestors. Pick up the pace. I don't have enough mana for these prolonged fights.
This is not over. Not yet. I return you to the embrace of death! It is done.
Hell yeah. Now, see, that's way cooler. Now, that's why I was curious that if they changed her dialogue, because at the start of the fight, I specifically remember her saying that the Sekima don't bow to kings, they behead them. Only to then, like, actually behead the king at the end of the fight. I remember that, like, vividly. I don't remember the line of them skinning the kings. Which also goes hard. But she didn't skin him. And we have a nice little lore chat where our bestest friend, who we trust with all the world, reveals himself to be an ancient god from the first game. And he's very cool. He's very fun. He's the same one that helped us in PoE 1.
I don't know much of your history, but all I see is
Oh god.
a good man.
This guy just kind of popped into existence. Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
What have you learned?
Identify my items. I don't know what that thing is above his head. It's like an omega symbol or a horseshoe or something. I don't know what that is. I don't need that. That's tempting, but I want the move speed on my boots. The rarity find is just kind of nice to have. Don't really care about any of this.
What?
I don't know why I picked up this bow. It's just a regular bow. I must have fat-fingered it. Okay. Let's go and...
Yes. Yes. We can take you to the edge of the desert. Until then.
The beast has grown too powerful. We can no longer contain it through mortal means. There was once an empire that embraced corruption. They studied it, mastered it, and became the greatest civilization the world has ever known. But it led to their destruction.
I keep doing that, I'm sorry. I keep alt tabbing. I forget I'm recording the desktop.
But we shall undertake a different search. We must go to the ruins of the Val Empire, in search of a weapon against the coming cataclysm.
I guess I could do it that way? I'll have to workshop my setup a little bit more. It's nearly there. Yeah. Let's get at least a little bit of progress into Act 3 today.
From burning sands to steaming bogs.
I do genuinely wonder how, like, the diehard PoE 2 streamers get through the campaign so fast. I mean, it's the same thing with PoE 1. There are people who are into, like, mid-tier maps by the end of, like, their first play session, and it boggles my mind. I don't understand how they can do that. Now, granted, their first play session usually lasts about 8 to 12 hours. on like the low end, unless you're Zizarin, in which case I assume he just doesn't sleep for like 6 consecutive days whenever there's a new league. But yeah, I don't know how they do it. I mean, they move much faster than I do. And I'm only wasting a little bit of time. I could be moving much slower. Because we're at about 9 hours of playtime on this character already. We're in Act 3. I don't think we've missed anything yet either, but we've got like, at least in like the full game, we've got like another 3 acts to go. And granted, we only have up till Act 4 right now, actually in the early access, so we do that, and there's like a little victory lap temporary thing that they put in, which is kind of crazy to me that they like put the dev time in to like give us like temporary interludes that are going to be removed in the final game. Because they had it like that too before we had Act 4 in the game. They had it set up so that like we did Acts 1 through 3, and then we went back and kind of did them again with like a B-side story. Like the story was different. They had like voice acting for it and everything. And as far as I can tell, that's not in the game anymore. Like at all, from what I can tell. It's very weird. Like, it doesn't really matter. None of it was, like, revolutionary or anything. It was just, like, very clearly filler quests or whatever, just to, like, give you a bit of context for why you're doing what you're doing. But still, it seems like a weird way to allocate resources. I forgot to stack up my armor. There we go. Now we're in business. I remember the first few times I got through here after being the Act 2 boss, because the Act 2 boss, well, I mean, like, all the Act bosses are kind of like a difficulty spike, but I had a really hard time with Act 2 specifically the first time I played this. I don't know if they ended up nerfing things, but regardless, I remember making it through Act 2 and being like, oh god, what's Act 3 going to be like? Am I going to be able to kill anything? And, like, the first half of Act 2 is, or the first half of Act 3 is much easier than a lot of Act 2 was. At least, in my opinion. That also might have changed. I guess we'll find out. Excuse me, don't you evade my attack? Rude. So rude. Alright, what do we have for the rune here? Ooh, greater runes. Hell yeah, okay. Let's see. I think I want... Hold on, what do I have the least resistances for right now? Fire. Let's do a greater desert rune. Not that I'm necessarily planning on using it, but it's as good a place to start as any. Ouchie. Oh, we get wave 2. Okay. Cool. That's fine. I'm ready. Come at me. This is a very tanky bug. There we go. There we go. Give me my loot. Go, a little bit of gold, a little bit of verisium, augmentation orb, and of course the rune. Not bad. Not too bad. There we go. You think you're done with The Witcher for today? Yeah, pace yourself. Especially the way that you're playing it. It's gonna be a marathon, not a sprint. Woohoo! Okay. Got some good loot from that mini-boss. Yes, reached the Bloody Baron, and his quest annoys you so much you're calling for the day. Ah, I see. Yeah. See, like, I kind of liked the storyline. Like, I thought it was, like, kind of okay. But, I don't know, Velen as a whole just, like, seems much slower in my mind than the rest of the game was. That and the Baron is a character. This way. This way, this way, this way. And I'm so glowy. Got like all kinds of particle effects on me now. I've got the rage effect when I have that stacked up. I've got the armor. I don't know why my fists are glowing red. Not exactly sure what's going on there. But we are very, very glowy. It feels a lot more like just slaving away between random side quests than anything else. Yeah, which like in theory, like I would think I would enjoy that a lot. But also, Velen is just like a wretched swampland and is like not that fun to be in. So it could be a lot better. Ghouls and drowners, and those are some of the most annoying things ever. Yeah, like they're just kind of like basic swarm enemies for the most part. You just get like half a dozen drowners and you just have to like beat them up. And then you move on. Which, like, compared to a lot of the other monsters that you fight in The Witcher, it's not terribly engaging after a while. Like, they are cool. Like, I like the Drowner's lore. Like, in theory, they're neat. Especially, like, the ghouls or whatever that, like, kind of migrate behind armies to go and feed on the corpses they leave behind. Like, that stuff's cool. And like there's a few side quests where they kind of explore that lore.
Here? Not quite. Treasure hunters.
Yes, treasure hunters, famously subhuman. But yeah, no, like Velen overall was just like kind of cool, but I wish there was like a better balance between like the tiny enemies and like the bigger, cooler monster hunts in general. Let's see. Do I have? I do have. That I might use. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that I don't need either. We're not a Dex character.
The wisdom of the tribe, like my clan's songs.
Go. Hold on, I need to go talk to the hooded one. I forgot to identify my stuff when I talked to him. What is this? Is this good? Armor accuracy rating, max mana, critical hit chance, lightning resistance. No. No, not really. Not really that good at all.
What do you need?
And we'll sell that. It's annoying too because half the side quests are required to do stuff, so you spend half your time just walking or because you need to be on the other corner of the map for shit. Yeah, it's a lot of like back and forth. For like what's probably the least pretty part of the game, in my head especially, it feels like you do the most amount of like back and forth. Just walking. Which doesn't feel particularly great. I'm just going to use some of this stuff here. Just to get myself a little bit more runic ward. Not that I think it's going to really matter, but I want to mess around with it. There's also challenges for the League for forging stuff, so I want to get on that. Okay, let's see. So we have the option to go for more totems, which I am enjoying. Grabbing hardened wood is going to be nice. Teehee. That's kind of all just defenses, though. I kind of want offense. I would like to do more damage. I guess I could go for the rage over here. Plus 4 maximum rage is going to be 4% more damage from all sources. At least I think it's all sources. I don't actually know. Could do that. Hold on. I did want to see if there's mana nearby. 6% of skill, mana cost convert to life. It does end in efficiency, which is not bad. Let's see. Critical damage bonus, increased mana cost. Nope, that's not what we want. Reduce mana cost. Plus 10 strength, 30% increased critical hit chance. That could be worth it. It's a crit tree, but it could be okay. Ooh, here we go. Defensive reflexes. 5 mana gained when you block. That's also plus 12 to block chance. That could be okay. Skill speed, 6% of skill mana cost converted to life. It could be okay. I don't know. I might just have to sort out my mana through gear instead of the passive tree. That's probably the smarter thing to do. Which also just breaks when crossing the swamplands. Yeah, a little bit. I could grab this dexterity node. Because I do get... what is it here? Attack speed on these guys for dexterity. It's a 3-to-1 conversion, so it's not great. Not nearly as good as the strength, but having a little bit would be good. We have so many options. So many good options. Tell you what, let's go for now. If we keep following this highway, We do have a jewel socket, and I do have a couple of jewels. So we'll go and grab that, I think, next. And then we might double back and go and get this rage notable. We'll grab that. And maybe just go like right out to the outside here. There's some fun stuff over there. Yeah, let's go into the ruins.
There's a signature here. Seek the source.
The trees are alive with danger. I should take care.
Oh, they're just 4 armed monkeys. It's fine. Danger? What danger?
Steel yourself.
Yeah, the 80% increased armor from the turtle is kind of insane. I feel like they are desperately trying to make armor tanking viable. Excuse me. Oh, he's evasive. That's why I keep missing. Okay. I thought my accuracy was just like really low all of a sudden. But nope. That's just that guy. He just does that. Nice. Level 33. In the level 34 zone. Okay, nice. We're actually like kind of on track. This is good. This is very good. I do definitely want to find the mini-boss here. Or, not really a mini-boss. Kind of the opposite, actually. But I do want to fight him. Because I think that's 2 more skill points from him, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I can summon a gorilla too. I can summon 3 of them, apparently. There we go. Is it here? This does look like a clearing. No, this is just a rune. Ooh, there's a rare. I didn't even notice you in the pack. Death Kill. There's a name. It's very creative. That's some like elementary schooler scribbling OCs in their notebook kind of name. Let's see. I would like a support gem. Pretty please. Ooh, nice. I got 2 of them. And they're both level 3. Very nice. Okay, what can I do for my ancestral spirits? Increased area of effect. Deal less damage. Take less damage. Duration, maybe? See, their duration is tied to the totem itself, so there's not really any point in doing that. Infernal Legion. Minions from support skills take 10% of their maximum life as fire per second. Minions from support skills ignite enemies within a radius of 1.5 meters as though dealing base fire damage equal to 10% of the minion's maximum health. That could be good. Maybe non-hit. Lowers evasion rating. Makes them slower. Could be pretty good. Pin is okay. It replaces the stun build-up, so probably not for me. Meat shield 2, prolonged duration 2, magnified area 2. I kind of want to try the Infernal Legion. I don't want to. But maybe I do magnified area. I just make them massive. Let's do that. Let's do that for now. Actually, I can fit 2. I can fit 2, so I'll do that and Infernal Legion. And we'll see if that gimps it. The constant fire damage that they take might be a little iffy, but they don't really last that long anyway because of the totem, so it might be okay. Yeah, like they're still fine. Oh, hi. Would you like to see my family tree? I don't know why there's gorillas and turtles in it, but there is. I don't have a pointy end. I have a fucking ball on a stick. Where are you going? Don't care about those. Care about that. Are these guys chill now?
Live to see another day.
There we go.
Thanks for the help. I'm no rookie, but the monsters have been in a frenzy lately. Haven't left my camp in days, and haven't heard from the others in weeks. If you're heading further into the jungle, would you check on Sebastian's camp in the infested barrens for me? It's on your way. The infested barrens are to the west.
Thank you.
To the west. Okay. Cool beans. We can head west. Wait, hold on. Oh, it actually did mark it on the map. It actually, like, cleared that spot. That's cool. I like that. That's a dead end. Yeah, if I'm gonna keep the Infernal Legion thing on, I might go and grab the defense stats for the totems earlier, because that will apply to the spirits as well. So that might be worth it. I still haven't done the boss here. Hold on. I'm not moving on just yet. I love poison. I love poison so much. It is so much fun. Let's see. Boss ought to be somewhere here. Let's just do a little bit of... Oh, never mind. We're just gonna trip over something. Oh, there he is. We very nearly get one shot. That's fine. I can parry this. I can't parry that. Okay, chill out. Let's just calm down. We can talk about this. Okay, never mind. He's kind of easy to dodge. Okay, that one's scary. Yeah, I want to avoid that one if at all possible. I'm not really cycling between my skills really well. I keep dropping armor break. Which is weird because that's the one on left click, so you'd think that'd be the one that I press the most. But apparently not. We still haven't played Arc Raiders together yet. That's true, actually. We should do that sometime soon. Because I did play a little bit 2 weeks ago, I think, with a friend of mine. And some of the new stuff in the update is pretty good.
Creature, go with the first ones.
Give me my skill points. And let's see. We already have that one. Increased life. Increased resistances and physical damage reduction. I don't know if I want to go over here. I think I just want that. That's kind of the big one. We'll do that. Grab that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But yeah, no, I'd totally be down to do some Arc Raiders. Okay, this is not working. I can only hide behind the shield so much. I do need to do damage. And it doesn't really work all that well when there's a giant firing squad of snake zombies. I haven't actually taken like a close look at these guys before. They're kind of gnarly. I think that was it for this one, right? Oh yeah, no, we're coming back to this map. I forgot. Act 3 kind of loops back in on itself a little bit. Ooh, another skill gem. Okay. Getting a lot of those all of a sudden. Not that I mind. Right. To the Barrens. So how long the stream today? Probably gonna go for like maybe half an hour or so. Thereabouts. No, I'm feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. So I want to see if I can hit the 4-hour mark. But we'll see. No promises. I do want to go back to drawing at some point today. I was working on... I was doing a bunch of sketches when I was playing 14 this morning again. It's kind of turned into my morning routine. I was messing around, like, combining some of the designs from people I was seeing, and I kind of like a few of them, so I'm going to keep working at it. I'm going to do some, like, Frankenstein OCs for a little bit. I might do them digitally. That might be easier. And give me an excuse to actually use the tablet again. Or EP. Did you not say you were just gonna have a monster? You should have, like, all the energy in the world. I don't remember this cave. Yeah, I have no memory of this place at all. Is this new? Is this a leak thing? I'm not a huge fan of the undead rats. Caffeine does not affect ADHD, we went over this. I mean, yeah, but like, it'll still increase your heart rate a little bit. Which should, like, do something. Surely. Okay, here's the waypoint. Oh! Oh, okay. I just straight up found the vault. Okay, cool. I didn't know that was a thing. You have anxiety, your heart rate's always increased? Yeah, okay. No, that's valid. Bold of me to assume it would stop you from sleeping. Yeah, no, I guess that'd do it. If you're always running at like 140 BPM, then I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, well that's gonna be a fun little return visit at some point.
Fear will best you. Preach.
You just like energy because it tastes good. Yeah, that's valid. I don't know. I like the caffeine high a little bit. I have been drinking a lot more tea lately. Kind of get my fix. And apparently there's something in black tea, or maybe it's like all tea, I'm not sure. But there's something in tea that kind of like balances out the jitters that you usually get from just straight caffeine. And I don't know, it's been kind of nice. Like, I still like the taste of coffee, so I still have one of those every now and again. But like, last week I think I had tea like 5 mornings, and then like coffee like kind of sprinkled in for the other 2. I think that might be like kind of a good balance. I don't know. I like the coffee, but I don't really like jitters, and if I have like multiple cups of coffee, I kind of just turn into a nervous wreck. And that's not my favorite thing. Maybe I'll just start drinking decaf. I'll just get like the coffee taste without the caffeine. I'll just get my caffeine from tea or something. Pearl ring is rare, but not particularly useful for me. Oh, we have another friend. Hello, friend. I cannot tell what's happening. Hey, I lived.
Well, that was hectic.
That is one way of putting it. Oh yeah, we get the cool knight's armor now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Appreciate the hand. Strange to see a new face out here. I haven't seen a familiar face in weeks, for that matter. Are you joining the expedition? You're looking for the chimeral wetlands. Do me a favor. Tell Yorick he's an idiot. Kid isn't built for this work, yet he chose to lead a camp there. The chimeral wetlands are to the northwest.
Much obliged.
That's cool. I like that they added NPCs to kind of direct us through these maps, because these ones are huge. Imagine needing caffeine. Yeah, sorry, I barely operate as a human being most days. So instead of like going to a doctor, I just self-medicate with caffeine. Like every other person. Oh, I see. I was wondering why I couldn't interact with this room. Clearly I haven't killed enough stuff near it yet. There we go. Oh, it's like a nice little medium-sized one. Thaumaturgic Flux. Grants a Calguran skill gem to level 9. A Calguran skill gem. Okay, well let's try it. Let's see what goodies we got. Maybe there'll be something that can like tie this build together in there. Okay. Nope, I like having the ward. The ward is my friend. Seen something cool on Insta. Alright, I'll check in a little bit. Alright. Yep, just the one. Okay. What is this? It's a Calguran skill. Upgrades a Calguran skill gem. Doesn't open. Item is not Calguran skill gem or spirit gem. Do I have to find like the specific Calguran gems first? I guess so. That's interesting. Ooh, another essence. Another essence. Ooh, it's an essence of battle. I don't remember exactly what that does, but it's not another fire resistance one, so I'm going to count it as a win. Let's see. Oh, it just gives accuracy. Oh, well, that's underwhelming. Oh well. Let's go fight a Chimera. Maybe that's how we'll end things out today. End it with a Chimera fight. That could be fun. Am I full? Oh, I'm full. I am. I am. Yeah, I think I'll do this next boss, and then I'll probably call it, I think. And at around 3.5 hours today. I don't want to go, like, too long. I want to keep up the momentum that I've got. I've somehow managed to trick my brain into streaming 3 days in a row, and I'd like to keep that going. So maybe the, like, 3-hour mark is, like, the butter zone. Or I'm just in a manic episode, and the depressive episode will start, like, tomorrow. One of the two.
I knew it.
Oh, that's a dead end. I am very good at telling where the game wants me to go, clearly, as you can see. Remember to check Insta? I will. Ooh, Exalted Orb. Gimme. Colossal Mana Flask I don't need. That can go away. That we've already got the jewel. I need to remember to socket that. Gain accuracy rating equal to your strength. That's huge, actually. Hold on, I should grab that. And there's some block chance and stuff. Yeah, let's do it. Go that way. Yes, supply changes. Because if I grab the accuracy rating from my strength, as well as the little bit of dex that I'm going, I shouldn't need to worry about grabbing accuracy on anything. I should be able to just get it passively. Some decent stuff here, actually.
I can't believe it! I finally found it! That lost temple. It's set in the cliffside, overlooking the Chimeral wetlands. When I entered, it wasn't the forgotten treasure trove that I expected it to be. Someone watches over the temple. His insults are still ringing in my ears after I fled. But no matter. At least I'm still alive. Now, I just have to get back to the encampment and tell them what I've found. Or Sebastian and Gwendolyn won't believe this.
Sorry, it took me a second. I forgot what Instagram looked like. Yeah, no, I see that. No, NASA released new set of high-resolution images of Jupiter. Which actually look sick as hell. Oh, there's more up here too. Oh yeah, they've got like high-res stuff for a lot of the planets. Ooh, okay. No, that's very cool. Very, very cool. I need to kill these things and then go back to town. Because I need to pick up some of these rares. Because I might want to use some of these. Okay. Back we go. Is the one of the moon? The moon is so pretty. Ooh, hold on. I think I missed that one. Go back? Is that in the first post? Oh, it just keeps scrolling. Oh, they even took one of Pluto. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. I like that. That's fun. I don't see the one for the moon. Is that in one of the ones you sent? Am I just blind? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. You know, send me the one with the pretty moon. I want that one.
We've been classing with the Auroch tribe for generations. Evil in the shadows. Don't drink the water.
I guess I should upgrade my skills before I just kind of throw these in the bank. Bone Shatter... Yes. Trying to remember what I'm actually using. Shockwave Totem, yep. That's kind of what the build's accidentally revolved around now. And that one... that can go in there. Exile, that, and that can all go in. Alright, let me identify these real quick.
Quickly.
Let's see. Underwhelming. Not terrible. And then these are just kind of meh. See, I don't like this town. This one's really spread out. I have to run all the way over here for the salvage bench. So inconvenient. As for these, those are also kind of trash. Yeah, I might be able to do something with this chest piece. We'll see. The rest of these, though, can go. I guess I probably could have crafted up that chest piece to see what happened, but oh well. It's fine. Yep, grab those. I really want to get a good one of these great helms. They look cool. You like the nice plume on it. It was very medieval. Okay, Temple of Chaos is up ahead. That's going to be another thing. Nope, not this way. You have to go down to go up. Go. Take a little pit stop here. I don't have any chaos decrees or insignias or whatever they're called, so I can't do this yet. I would love to, but I don't have an offering. The sooner I get that out of the way, and the sooner I never have to go back there again, the better. Because unlike the Trial of the Sekima, I do not enjoy the Temple of Chaos. It's another one of those, like, Ascension roguelike thingies, but every room you go into, you get a debuff. And by the time you fight the boss, sometimes you just have no choice but to be gimped. So it's kind of just a RNG brute force kind of deal. Oh, there's a spirit. I didn't even notice. Amongst all the pretty flowers, it just kind of blended in.
These plants are deadly.
Oh, yeah, this section here. The Uber plant. Which is already kind of scary. I seem to be doing fine. Even with the spirit buffing it. Which is good. Well, I wonder if they're doing like a subplot with the mushrooms. I wonder if we'll have like a mushroom league. Ooh, tier 3 Keth Remnant. This game really does want me to build a friggin' mage. Fine. I'll take it with me. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, there is a room here. I almost walked right by it. It just kind of blended in. There's like a big flower right in front of it. Alright, what do we got? Uncut support gem, uncut skill gem. Let's do a support. I like that it keeps giving me the option for gems. That is greatly appreciated. Okay, I don't think there's anything else for us in this little corner. Check to make sure there isn't like the pathway to the boss over here. Usually it's on the opposite side as the mushroom boss. Okay, I don't like the Trail of Ice and the Draining Mana. That's kind of a nightmare combo, a little bit. Not only am I moving slower, I'm also slowly draining mana way faster. I think the only worst combination is when you get like the Temporal Bubble and the Trail of Ice. So you just get like slowed by 60% or something and it feels awful. It's just the worst. What's on Discord? Okay, hold on. Hey, I leveled up. Oh, there's a lot of friends over there.
This radiates a strange energy.
What? Oh. Oh, this is, Oh, shit. Okay, they actually kept this. Alright, no, this is cool. This is like the create your own dungeon league mechanic. Once you have all of these, you get to, like, go down into a procedural dungeon that you get to, like, choose where the rooms go. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, kind of annoying. Kind of annoying in, like, the late game. But early on, it's fun. Was getting a lot of stuff from that. Hold on. You sent something on Discord. Let me pull that up. Yes, visit site. Ooh. All right, hold on. Quick moon break. This is non-negotiable. I love looking at pictures of the moon. Yeah, look at these. Oh, man, look at that one. That's so cool. And I don't know what kind of camera this is, because they're getting like a lot of color from some of these craters. I think it's really, really popping. That's cool though. I like that. Read the post? You want me to read? You expect me to read words? The sharpest, clearest moon image I ever captured by merging 133,000 images. Oh my god. I started this hobby in 2018. I'm very proud of what I achieved. This image was created by stacking 133,000 frames through an 8-inch telescope. Celestron Nexstar ESE 8SE. And high-speed astronomical camera, whatever that gobbledygook is. The color from the moon's surface was captured by a regular DSLR, a Canon. Total file size was 147 gigabytes, which requires several days to stack, merge, edit, and processing all the frames, which was worth it for me. I use software such as AutoStacker, Registax, AstroSurface, Photoshop for processing. My telescope is a 200mm focal length at an f10 aperture. Not this at an f10? I mean, I guess if you're like merging them, you get to like pinpoint like the exact focus level. Like the section that you're capturing. That's still really impressive though. Those colors on the surface are minerals such as iron, oxygen, and titanium, which reflects different colors. Interesting. Huh. Now that's very cool. That's very, very cool. See, if I was rich, I would have a hobby like that. I don't have enough money to buy the camera that he used, let alone all the other stuff. But no, that's actually awesome. Ooh, and this is the boss. Let's grab our level up point before we jump in. Attack damage and accuracy rating. Yes, please. Okay, these are all the same, so we'll just grab these two and then the notable here. We don't need to worry about these two for a while. Let's go. It's a chimera! Surprise! The Chimera Forest has a chimera in it. Who could have guessed? Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go down here. That's fine. We can actually do damage to the pillar, which is good. Oh yeah, there we go. We get the stagger too. Look at that. Huge, huge damage. Our damage is still really bad. I'm sure you don't have a ton of context for this, but this is not horrendously slow, but still pretty slow. Oh, I'm out of mana in my mana flask. That's not good. Yeah, I remember watching a video that Hank Green posted where he was explaining that like the pictures that the astronauts were taking, or like the ones that like we saw when NASA compiled them, was like a weird like electromagnetic thing. I think it's the same thing as the guy on the Reddit post was using, where like it detects certain minerals and like assigns them a color. I forget what the name of that is, but I assume it's the same process. Or a similar process, at least. It does look really cool, though. You do get a really cool effect. I can't help but notice I have, like, no mana regen. Now the colors are technically real, and they're just not nearly as vibrant. Moon is colorful, though? Oh, interesting. Okay. No, that's cool. Oh, I see. The, my armor breaker is actually doing kind of a lot of mana. That's maybe part of my issue. Just use this thing that I haven't upgraded in a while. I'll be fine. Yeah, maybe I do need to switch back to my, like, default melee with the mace. Just for, like, economy. I think if I have all these out, I'm still doing more damage. Yeah, I accidentally built myself into a caster without having the mana to sustain it. Hey, luckily the shield bash doesn't take mana. We can just kind of block and parry. Except for that, that's gonna hurt a little much. Please die. Ooh, okay, we got another light shield. No, I think that's a heavy. Yeah, no, raise shield. Ooh, it looks pretty. And there's the ultimatum. Okay. I see. Okay. Alright, well, let's go in here. Let's grab this waypoint and let's head back to town. Before we get too distracted. Okay, first things first. Go identify that. Let's see. Ooh, 26% of armor also applies to elemental damage. That's huge. That's gonna be huge for me. Life regen per second. Light radius doesn't matter. Max life is good. Increase armor. Yeah, this is nice. This is a really nice piece. Yeah, lots of armor too. All right, let's craft this up. Give that the runic ward treatment. And plop that on our head. As for the rest of this, I'll take a look at what the fancy shield does in a second. Let's see. Fire resistance, lightning resistance. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It does have good armor values, but we're losing a lot of strength. As well as the chaos resistance, so I'll try holding on to the one that I have for right now. It's going to be kind of hard to replace this. Okay, let's see. What does this do? 22 strength, 23 dexterity, 30% fire resistance, 20% or 29% cold resistance. No movement speed penalty while shield is raised. That's not bad. It is a hybrid shield, and it's only 50 armor, 44 evasion, so like it's not great. I'm sure there's like a build for it though. That's kind of cool. It's neat, but not for me. As for this, what do I want? There's like fortifying cry. I could always take another new ability to mess around with. I think what I'm gonna do for now though is, I think infernal cry. I'll try and keep up to date with that one. Everything else here is kind of meh. I'll put this in here. Yeah. Like, I could try and throw an Exile orb on that to see if we get the, like, chaos resistance or something. If we do, then it's, like, absolutely worth it, but the thorns, the stun threshold, like, it's just a lot of good stuff on this piece. Let's see. I do think I might have to put on mace, the mace strike basic thing. Just because I don't have the mana economy for all of this crazy stuff that we're trying to do. I can probably take off perfect strike, so we can probably put that on there. That's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, let's do that now. Let's see. Perfect strike. Get gone. That. Oh, hold on. I need more intelligence. Why do I need more intelligence? Is the game calling me dumb? That's mean. Deal your thorns damage to the next 4 enemies hit by support skills after you retaliate with thorns. Ooh. That's kind of neat. I'm not really doing a thorns build, but that's cool. Close combat. Support skills deal 20% more damage to enemies within 1 meter of you, scaling down. I mean, I think I just want to take... Is there not just, like, base damage? Or we could just do, like, inherent leech. What happened to you ending at 30? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Bear with me. Just doing a little bit of crafting here. I made idle. Elements minions have increased max life. Scepters, allies in your presence deal 40% more damage. That's pretty good. Hold on to that. Everything else here... Actually, hold on. These I want to put away. Is that any good? Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna leave those in here for when I inevitably make a mage. That... I don't think I have an Exalt. I do have one... skits. That one's full. It's full. I don't really want to put an Exalt on any of these. These are going to get replaced soon. Well, eventually. This can fit one more modifier on it, though. Let's do that. A little bit of max life. Not bad. Alright, let's see. Ooh, regen's life. Okay, I mean, that's definitely better than this. Okay, we're gonna leave that in there. Everything else here is trash. So we'll just sell that. I don't know why I picked this up. I mean, I guess it might be good once I can use it in like a level, but for now it's useless. So I'm gonna put it in here and then forget about it. Okay, I think that just about does it for today. We did a couple of bosses. I need to stop opening the shop by accident. But yeah, no, we just have to go through that. That'll send us back over this way, and then this way, and then we'll be done with Act 3. Maybe next time. Alright, I'm gonna let you sleep. Thank you for hanging out today. I'll talk to you next time. Alright? Bye-bye.